Hey, how you doing? It's Dr. Dave, Paragon Chiropractic, and we have Anderson here. Anderson's going to be the reader.
Yes, I am.
Go ahead.
Okay. This one's titled, What Does a Person Really Need to Know? It's a valid question.
Yep.
Hello. As usual, thank you for reading along and watching.
Thank you.
That last blog would have been better as a lecture, or perhaps as an e-booklet or something, and I'm still not sure I really made my point. Back around the time I was born, while ago, back around the time he was born, there was a fellow by the name of Socrates.
Socrates, yeah. He lived down the street.
And he said, "Man, know thyself." 3 words, man, know thyself. And that is the purpose of my study and the many blogs I have written. Yes, one should study and learn whatever interests him, but not in lieu of learning and, more importantly, understanding himself and learning how to know himself.
See, that's the important part. Everybody, you get out on these radials and everybody wants to know about all this other stuff, but right at the center hub is you. This is the thing you need to know about, because from the center hub, that's where these radii go and all the rest of this stuff to know, but nobody wants to know this guy right here in the middle, or they don't think they can. This is the most important thing. Know this, know thyself, and you know all the rest of this stuff. It's just like in school, what do I really need to know? If you just remember this one thing, you'll be able to answer all of the questions correctly, just the one thing. Or you could know 1,000 things and still get them all wrong. You need to know the one thing, and that's you.
Learning how to learn is very important. You got to know how to eventually know something.
Know yourself.
Know yourself.
Know thyself.
It is not enough and will never be to listen to someone tell you who and what you are, what you should think, or what you should or shouldn't believe. I'll ask you, have you met yourself? I mean, really met yourself.
Yeah.
Sadly, a person could live his whole life and never know himself, let alone know why.
Right.
Mark Twain once said, "The 2 most important days in a person's life is the day he was born and the day he discovers why he was born."
Why he was born. There it is, baby.
There's a reason you're here.
Mm-hmm.
For all the many ologies that profess to know man, they simply do not. And if as erudite as they claim, would say they could never know you better than you, but they don't. Erudite means having or showing great knowledge or learning.
Yeah, if they were really, really smart and clever and wise, that's the first thing they would tell you. I can't know you. I can come to know you, but you kind of are the only one that can know what's best for you and what works for you, and the study of you.
Better than anybody ever could, you will be the best knowing person of yourself.
It's interesting, all these colleges end in U. There's ASU, U of A,
Yeah.
PSU, ISU, IU, and all the rest of this stuff, and yet you can't go there and learn about you.
Yeah.
Homonym, never mind.
Let's see. And yet, we leave all knowingness to science.
Yeah.
The word science is derived from the Latin scientia, meaning to know.
To know.
And any scientific claim I've ever heard was always prefaced with, "We're not sure, we don't really know, but..."
But.
This is not a rip on science per se, but it is on each of us for sitting back and allowing science to know us for us.
Right.
This is our job, our duty, and while you might disagree, it really should be our life's work. What the hell are we?
Yeah. You would need to know that. I mean, that's the thing that's totally missing. You have this person out here that knows himself as a baker, or a butcher, or a candlestick maker, or whatever, and all the rest of this stuff. But again, these are all radials that come from this center thing that is you. This is the one thing to know and to study and to understand is you. And you will find knowing this It will be much easier to be a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker, and all the rest of the stuff. And more importantly, you won't give a crap if you are a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker, because you can always be something else because you're always you.
You're self-realized. You know who and what you are and why you're here.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that kid that keeps getting transferred from school to school to school. It's not the schools, it's kind of the kid. He's got some sort of something. That's a whole different blog. But let's see. Think of the billions of people who have been killed by ignorance over these many millennia, and yet we really know nothing of man. Wouldn't one want to know what he was killing before he killed it?
Yeah. Isn't that wild? We're so hell-bent on wiping people off the face of the earth, but we've never taken the time to understand what that person is. Think about that, even right now. All the stuff that's going on, make no mistake, it is about wiping people off the face of the earth with absolutely no understanding of who and what man actually is. That is the epitome of ignorance.
Oh, yeah. Because of course if you did understand who he was, you'd understand that,
You wouldn't kill him.
I think I like this guy. Yeah, I think I'm friends with him actually. So
We would make this work instead of hating each other.
yeah. Which doesn't work for certain people apparently.
Work.
Let's see. Think about this for a second or two. And not so much in terms of warfare, but simply in how we treat each other and the direction science has taken us these many decades. The atom bomb is a good example.
Yeah, what's that meant to do? Oh, that's going to end all wars. That's going to make war such a horrible thing. There's still wars going on. People still killing each other.
Yeah.
And we got, I don't know, I think last I counted, Russia once upon a time had enough nuclear warheads to blow up the world 37 times, and we had enough to blow it up 38 times. And people are still killing each other, and there's still wars going on. So much for science.
A little redundant. See what I mean? There is so much more to health and wellness than performing a few push-ups and eating carrot sticks, plastic surgery, or biohacking. Wouldn't one want to know why he should or shouldn't do these things, and if they will actually help him do better in life? Yeah. When one listens to the gurus or watches YouTube videos or the news or social media or even goes to the gym to do whatever the trainer demands.
Demands that he do. Come on, you maggot, you got 50 more.
That's the kind of training I do, just so you know. Whatever the trainer demands, one really has to understand that there is so much to know about himself and mankind. And with this in mind, one should ask himself, can I use this? Will this help me on my journey to know me?
Yeah. Can you? All the stuff that you hear, all these incredible, all this valuable information that's constantly flooding in on a phone, can you use it? Will it help you to discover you?
Yeah, a bunch of valid questions. Yeah, usually on social media, probably not. Let's see. When one wants to improve himself or work on himself, he would, I'm going to give you that again. When one wants to improve himself or work on himself, he would best focus on his virtue, for this is what we will create that which a person is or might become. Virtue is a behavior that shows or demonstrates high moral values, or better yet, one's own ethics, that being his self-determination in promoting the survival of himself, his family, the groups he belongs to, and mankind.
Mankind, oh my goodness. So it's not all about you. Everything's got to make it about that.
The Stoics said there are 4 virtues: courage, temperance, wisdom, and justice. Justice. These would certainly work, and as one live... understood. Okay. These would certainly work, and as one lives, and as one learns, and as one gains wisdom and knowledge, he would be wise to bolster his virtue. Much of this is, in my opinion, is driven especially in terms of survival, but also by a craving to know.
Yeah, rather than building up the biceps and getting the plastic surgery and having putty shot into your face and everything else, why don't you work on being a better person? I mean, seriously, we need more of those. You see the idiots on the social media, out there on the street, self-absorbed, walking along, mouth breathing, out in front of cars and traffic. Come on. We need better people. And that's the thing. It's time that one focus on improving their humanity and their virtue and that thing that is them. I mean, why not? The other stuff obviously doesn't work.
No, you can see that we've got enough Selling Sunsets and all these other shows and types of people, and they're pretty much the same person too. So they're already out there. You don't got to be that. You can be way better.
We got plenty.
Plenty.
What we don't have is enough of you.
Truly. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that word again, you.
Unfortunately, you're part of this, a big part too. Many years ago, my dad, my grandfather, told him that when he died, he truly hoped someone would sit him down and explain what this was all about. That'd be nice, right?
What the heck was that for?
Hey man, I truly hope he got his answer. And while fodder for many other blogs, I am not sure he liked the answer.
Couldn't have. It's all a game.
If you knew him, we are certainly the authors of the universes we find ourselves in, if only having agreed that we are in a universe, right?
Yeah.
This is why I say all study and work should be in the direction of man, know thyself.
Yeah.
There is only one salvation, and that is your ability to know and understand. That's all.
Yeah.
Should one not take time to know that person he sees in the mirror each and every day? I'm really not sure what else there is to know. Do you?
It's the one thing you don't know. And everything else out here, everybody tells you they do know, and then you find out they don't know. So then everybody runs around not knowing anything when, it's like, why don't you spend your time knowing you and knowing what you are and where you are and why you are and all the rest of this stuff. And if not knowing it, then just deciding what it is and then be it.
It can be that easy. It sounds daunting, but it truly, you can make a decision now, which is pretty cool. All right, let's leave this blog at that.
Yeah.
And as usual, please feel free to comment and let me know if you have any questions or thoughts that you would like to share. Thanks, Dr. David Anderson.
Yeah, great. And once again, thank you. And please comment and let me know what you think. And we're kind of all citizens of this planet, and we can certainly help each other do better. And my survival is based on your survival. So if I can help, let me know.
I want to see all of you guys doing as well as possible.
And then better than that.
Why not? Yeah. Have a good day.
Take care.